Another doubleheader today, and for the AU women's hockey team, their final action of 2024. It is non-conference women's hockey featuring the 5th-ranked Golden Gusties of Gustavus Adolphus College and the Spartans of Aurora University. We're glad you're here on this Saturday afternoon. The AU men will drop the puck at 3 o'clock against Hamline University, who, by the way, in women's hockey, Aurora is going to play in the new year up in Minneapolis during a quick Twin Cities road trip. The AU men had a big win yesterday, 8-2 over the Pipers, so they will be going for a sweep later today. The AU women trying to get a split after a hard-fought 5-3 loss to the Gusties yesterday, in which it looked dire. Aurora was down 4-0 before. They were able to rip off a couple of goals on the power play early in the third period to briefly draw within a couple of goals. They gave up a 5th goal, and then less than a minute later, actually maybe a little more than a minute as it turns out looking at the stat sheet, it felt quicker in real time, but Aurora was able to get the goal back and be down 3 very quickly from Liza Davies, but they were unable to come all the way back and finish the job. So 5-3 was the final score. Lily Mortensen had a goal and 2 assists for Gustavus. Hannah Gray had a couple of goals for the visitors, while Jillian Billsborough, Ellie Visser, and Liza Davies all scored for Aurora in the loss. Zoe Campbell made 41 stops. And Lily Timmons only played about half the game, made 8 stops, didn't allow a goal before Maya Marston finished up and allowed the 3 Aurora tallies. The starting lineups are being introduced, so we'll pause and let you meet them, and then we'll drop the puck here from Fox Valley Ice Arena coming up. It is game number 12 of the season for AU on the way, and we thank you for being here on this Saturday. And with that, it's almost time for puck drop here in Geneva. Aurora and Gustavus Adolphus. Zoe Campbell gets her second start of the weekend for Aurora. She was busy yesterday with 41 stops, allowing 5 goals in the loss. She entered the weekend with a .253 goals against average and a .938 save percentage. And Lily Timmons, the freshman for Gustavus Adolphus, gets her second start of the weekend after making 8 stops in a little less than 31 minutes yesterday. She came in with a .170 goals against average and a .916 save percentage. She picked up her 7th win yesterday. Aurora is going to move left to right wearing their home cream uniforms with blue helmets, blue AU logo, blue pants, and blue stripes. While Gustavus Adolphus wearing their black road uniforms with gold stripes, gold letters, and 3 gold crowns on the front of the uniform as well. Our officials tonight, Michael Tanner and Eric Olson are the referees. John Detallo is the linesman. And we're just about set to get it started here as Aurora tries to earn a split with the Gusties and knock off a top 5 opponent in the process. It's Courtney Doctor and the AU second line in for the draw against the top Gustavus line, and the Gusties win the faceoff and take it down into the corner. It was Peyton Elliott, Doctor, and Olivia Bazzelli starting the game for Aurora, along the second defensive pairing of Annabelle Scriver and Keelana Schmidt, who is going to shovel it along the wall. And here comes Bazzelli on a 2-on-1. She fires one to the net and kicked away by Timmons away from Doctor. Elliott followed, and it's out to center ice where it'll be fired in by Noelle Hemmer, who goes off. Zara Post, Kara Cook, Ellie Visser, the top forward line for Aurora. They're on the ice, or at least some of them are on the ice, as Aurora is going to finish a shift. Jillian Billsborough, Samira Schmidt, and Nina Casillo, the third line, and it's Aurora Williams, Melina Kane, and Liza Davies, the fourth line for Aurora today. Here's a shot from Ligday, or Kylie Ligday in this case, that was stopped by Campbell, and now Ellie Visser pulls that around Kylie Scott, follows into the Gustavus end. It's chipped away from her and then turned over right in front. Kara Cook snapped a shot off. It hit a stick and went wide. 1:10 into the period. No score so far as it's brought back up ice by Hannah Gray. She'll play it behind the Aurora net where it's picked up by Alex Johnson, who's on the third Aurora defensive pair with Courtney Rook. Lila Bozian is the extra skater for Aurora today. Here is Margot Bettman behind the net, ends up on Zoe Campbell, and she will hold on. The Gusties lines, Noelle Hemmer, Lily Mortensen, and Lindsay Berggren started the game. A little bit of line shuffling for Gustavus. Brooke Power, Hannah Gray, and Caitlin Hollander the second line. Macy Jansen, Kayla Wyke, and Margot Bettman the third line. Caitlin Roberts, Avery Brownshausen, and Grace Schuck are the fourth line. And Macy Merdinian draws in to the lineup today for Gustavus. Here's Johnson jumping into the rush for Aurora. She throws one to the net that Timmons sticks aside. It's to the line and not out. Rook then steers one in on Timmons, who turns that away again as well. And Aurora already with a couple of shots in the opening 2 minutes when they had 4 in the entire first period yesterday. So already a better start putting shots to the net for AU. Timmons has to play this one as it spun around the dasher and gathered by Hemmer, who skates to center ice. Her pass went off the skate of Berggren, but it's followed by Mortensen, who jumps in the Aurora zone down the right wing. She throws it in front, couldn't find a home. It'll be held in by Ellie Grubner, and that is offside at the line as she tried to play it on the Aurora goal. Grubner and even Nelson, the second Gustavus defensive pairing, started the game. Kylie Ligday and Kylie Scott are the top line. Hannah Thompson and Abby Elliott, the third defensive unit for the Gusties. The scratches tonight, as they were yesterday for Aurora, Riley O'Brien and Mackenzie Day. Today for Gustavus, Emma Heyer, Gianna Gasparini, Chelsea Wilkerson are all out of the lineup here this afternoon. It's a shot from Kayla Wyke, big rebound. She followed but wasn't able to jam it home. Goes to the corner in the Aurora end where Wyke strong on the puck and plays it along the wall where it's picked up by Jansen. She'll go to the point for Nelson, who fires. That caught a leg in front. Karams to the corner. Bettman picks it up. banks it off the backboards, and will allow Brownshausen to skate to it, but she was dispossessed on her way to the post. Aurora now trying to retreat out of their own end. They turn it over right in front. That's Grace Shuck, and Campbell has to make a big stop to keep this scoreless. 16:45 left in the first, and Gustavus applying pressure. Here's a tight angle shot that rolled through the crease. Gustavus still on it as Ligday comes down the right wall and then goes right to the net. She was given a lane by the AU defense. Campbell did not go to the butterfly and caught that right in the chest. No score, 3.5 minutes, the period number one. But the Gusties with a flurry will apply pressure to Aurora. Gray's in for the draw against Schmidt. Ends up behind the AU goal line, and Aurora now looking to break out. Casillo played it behind the net and ended up turning it over. So Gray, pass and a quick shot that never made it through. It's followed by Roberts to the point for Scott, who missed Holland on the way into the slot. Comes up along the wall where Billsboro picks it up and is able to get enough of the chip to play it out to center ice. Back into the Aurora zone, a breakout pass is turned over from right down the middle. Caitlin Holland got a look, and Campbell kicked that aside. She's been sharp so far. Gustavus getting a defensive change. They'll dump it in as Aurora tries to work out of their own end and having trouble. Berggren on the puck, loses it to Rook, washes it along the wall to Peyton Elliott to the line and not out. Thrown in and off a skate over to the half wall for Berggren. She'll go to Thompson at the point. Her shot is tipped and ends up under the crossbar and in. As once again, we saw it building yesterday ahead of the first Gustavus goal. A long and sustained offensive shift that ends up with a puck in the back of the net. And it's 1-0. And a puck is tossed into the bench. That means it was somebody's first career goal, waiting to hear it. That was Hannah Thompson, the sophomore. Career goal number 1 for the defenseman. If it was tipped, it was not by a Gustavus player. Lindsey Berggren's going to have the assist. And Thompson, sophomore from Lino Lakes, Minnesota, is on the board. Aurora's going to draw a penalty and go to the power play, which was very good yesterday, and then the referee trips Peyton Elliott. Referee's not going to the penalty box in this case. Abby Elliott is for a hook. Aurora 2 for 3 on the power play yesterday. They had only 2 shots on the power play. At one point, they were the only 2 shots of the third period. They were both with the woman advantage. They both ended up in the net. Aurora, who came in at just 9% on the power play, is going to look for continued good results. It was just the second time Aurora scored multiple power play goals in a single game yesterday. Right now having some trouble getting it out of their own end. The post is able to drag it out to center. The pass was off the line for Cook, who was able to deflect it deep into the Gustavus zone, and now Cook, looking for some reinforcement, gets it from post. We'll play it along the wall and out to the point for Tegan Moffitt. Here's Scriver, tees up the shot, calmly blockered away by Timmons. Post secures the rebound. Elliott, sharp angle, tried to fire it through 3 Gustavus defenders and ends up being routed to the Aurora end of the ice, where it'll be picked up with 1:06 remaining on the power play. Moffitt coming over to gather the loose puck. Hits the brakes in front of her bench. Samira Schmidt is on it looking for room. Now Aurora will be able to get forward as Doctor will chip and chase into the Gustavus end. Scott gets there, trying to rim that out. Gray will be there instead, and she'll finish the job. There's 40 seconds left on the hooking penalty to Abby Elliott. It was held in and fired wide of the Aurora goal. Billsboro now trying to get forward for AU. Post. Aurora can't get past the red line. It's a 2-on-2. Here's Holland shooting. Blockered away by Campbell. 18 seconds left on the woman advantage. It was offside and was sent back into the Aurora end, where now Visser will try to skate with it. Visser going through traffic, a nifty move, and it's a 2-on-1. Visser's shot deflected by Eva Nelson, who ended up taking Visser down. And the senior from Michigan with a nifty move to get into space. And couldn't get the shot to the net thanks to some good defending by Gustavus. And that will effectively do it for the power play. There's 2 seconds left. Aurora will have to be aware of Elliott about to jump into the play. Aurora's going to win the draw, and Johnson will shovel it deep. Cook for post behind the net, and then turns it over to Elliott, trying to bank a pass out to the point. Now Elliott will fire it directly in on Campbell, and with Jansen bearing down, she'll cover. 12:46 left, first period, 1-0. Gustavus Adolphus, the Gusties have outshot Aurora 9-4. And Aurora managed just one shot on their first power play. Face-off win for Gustavus. Good work by Doctor and Johnson to win the puck back behind the Aurora red line. A near turnover in the slot, and it kicks free for Peyton Elliott with speed down the left wing. He was closed in on, but Doctor follows, trying to find the puck in her skates, and couldn't do it. Shuck pulls it out. A bank pass that was too far ahead for Avery Brownshausen, allows Aurora to go back the other way, but a shift is over, and it'll be redirected into the Gusty zone, where they will try to break out. Samira Schmidt broke up that pass. It hops to a Gustavus stick and skated out to center ice. Aurora's done well to have a little more offensive zone time, or at least not have as much in their own end, but really that one sustained offensive shift for Gustavus is the difference so far. Schmidt, no-look pass into the slot, didn't find a home, and it'll be kicked out to center ice by Wyke, who plays it in and will go off for a change. Aurora on the breakout. Here's Schmidt off the glass. Aurora will chase after it. Neutral zone forecheck for Gustavus has been very tough all weekend long. It's been hard for Aurora to have a clean zone entry. And consistently enough to have that sustained offensive zone time that's needed to beat a team like this. Mortensen was upended right at the blue line. I think I'm a little surprised that a checking was not called there. Zara Post lost her stick, and that's because she was slashed. So as that's touched up by Ligday, Aurora's going to go back to the power play, and Lily Mortensen is going to have a seat. And Mortensen having, I think, a brief word there with the referee, but you don't win that battle. Brooke Power is going to have a conversation as well, and it's going to be the same situation. So Aurora back to the power play, trying to come up with the equalizer exactly 9 minutes into the first period. Cook, Visser, Post, Elliott, and Brownlee, the unit for Aurora, and a clean face-off win. Brownlee and Elliott play catch at the blue line. Visser throws it for Post in front. She tried a blind pass that didn't find a home, and it's played out to center ice, where Aurora will regroup. A good start to the power play, just didn't end up with a shot on goal. Cook, her shot off a stick and then off the glass behind the net. Elliott caught an edge trying to pass the puck out towards the point, ended up turning it over, and Gustavus clears and gets fresh penalty killers. Minute 20 left. Power play, Aurora turns it over on the breakout, and right back in. Behind their own net it goes. Aurora tries again. Moffitt has to circle back. Aurora gets a change. Here's Billsboro, and pass jumped her stick, and Gray plays it deep once more. 53 seconds left the power play. Schmidt, Billsboro, Doctor now on the ice with Moffitt and Brownlee. Brownlee's going to head to the bench here and be replaced by Scriver. A dump in. Timmons got a piece of it. Schmidt's going to follow. It was Doctor and now Post, who will gather the loose puck for a moment. Has it on the half wall and now looks for assistance. To Scriver at the point. Her shot. Not have a lot of traffic in front, and Timmons makes the easy glove stop. And Aurora will change the power play lines yet again with 27 seconds left on the woman advantage. Face-off win for Gustavus. This is rimmed, but it does get out with a little help from Caitlin Holland as Tegan Moffitt was there. Good job by Holland to get this deep, and now just 13 seconds left, and it's looking like that's going to be it for the Aurora penalty, and it sure is as it goes back to Scott. Now Thompson in the neutral zone will just hang on to the puck as the final seconds drift away. A pass got away from Scott, but then shook Elliott off the play. We're back to even strength as Aurora takes control in the Gustavus end, and Lily Mortensen, fresh out of the box, wins the puck back and heads the other way with Berggren, who's in offside by a stride rather easily. That'll bring the face-off out in front of the Aurora bench. 8:45 left in the first, 1-0. Gustavus in front. Gusties win another draw, Ligday. Tried to swing it deep along the fence, and it was blocked, and Aurora will come away with it in their own zone. Johnson off the boards, but Bettman was all over that. It's held in at the Gustavus line. To the half wall, Bazzelli cuts off Wyke, wins the puck back for Aurora, but a bank pass was off the line, and Gustavus at least able to tie it up behind the net. Rook comes away with it. Looking for assistance, and Aurora will get it out to center ice as Bazzelli gives chase. And Davies at the end of a shift intercepted a pass, fired it back in. Aurora will change, and Gustavus is going to do the exact same thing. Gray forechecking as Keelana Schmidt picks up the puck. Pass missed. Samira Schmidt not allowed Brooke Power to step into a slap shot, but Casillo with the chip into space, and then a nifty move to get in front of the net and roof the backhand just high. That would have been a spectacular play by Casillo, and a checking is called as Casillo ends up on the ice behind the net. Aurora will have a third power play coming up. Casillo had an assist yesterday and has provided a spark with her speed. Nearly got Aurora level, but got under that backhand just a bit too much. Two shots in as many power plays for Aurora to this point. They lose the draw. It's along the wall and held in by Scriver. Once again off the boards, this time successfully out to center, and Moffitt will give chase into her own end. Samira Schmidt upended and then ended up on the puck briefly, trying to get back up. She'll head to the bench. Breakout passes have not been clean for Aurora. Here's a turnover that allows Hemmer to get a shot off. Gustavus just applying a great deal of pressure on the PK, even up the ice. And Aurora's not been able to consistently make the adjustment. And it's really been the same story even at 5-on-5 so far. 1:04 remaining on the penalty, and Aurora's barely been in the offensive zone. Elliott will send it, and Visser gives chase. It comes back up the fence and ends up being given right to Zara Post, who then threw it into the corner to no one in particular. The referee actually allowed Aurora to maintain possession. And now it comes out to the point for Elliott. Down the wall to Post. Back to Elliott. Her shot through traffic right to the doorstep. Cook couldn't get it past Timmons on the second effort. To the line, not out. Schmidt shot. Another stop made by Timmons. 3 shots on this power play with 24 seconds remaining on it. And finally, Gustavus able to clear. A much better looking power play once Aurora was able to get into the offensive zone, and now Billsboro will skate through center. Played it through. Scott has a 2-on-1 to the doorstep. It was stopped by Timmons, and Schmidt crashing the net. Did not have a rebound to jam at. Timmons able to hang on. And Aurora with a flurry in the second half of the power play gets close. Unable to cash in. They'll have 5 seconds left, and once again, Moffitt and Scriver will need to be aware of even Nelson about to come out of the penalty box. Scriver at the point on the face-off win. Deflected high. We're back to even strength as Schmidt gets to the puck. Finds Moffitt at the point, and she'll swing it deep. Schmidt goes after it, wins the puck in front for Billsboro. She didn't get a clean touch. And Gustavus heads the other way. Here's Jansen down the left wing. Scriver stands her up at the line. It's followed by Wyke, who is battling in the corner with 5 and change remaining in the first. 1-0 Gusties. Johnson comes away with the loose puck, finds Scriver, and that's out to center off the stick of Casillo. Shots 11-10. It's been a much better first period than Aurora had yesterday, no doubt. Aided in some part by having 3 power plays and having, I believe, 4 shots in the last power play. However, been much better at shot generation, just trying to get pucks to the net, see what happens. Aurora trying to get out of their own end here. Johnson to Bazzelli, who will spin that deep, but not deep enough for icing. As Aurora goes off for a change, and Gustavus gives it right back to Aurora. Johnson through center to Bazzelli. Steers that in on Timmons, and will be forced to cover up by the senior from Michigan. AU men on the ice later this afternoon at 3 o'clock against Hamlin. The AU men's wrestling team is at North Central today. And the AU men's basketball team on the road at Marion. That is a 1 o'clock tip. Up the wall it comes. It's Gray on the 2-on-1 with power. It's a 3-on-1 as Holland joined the play. Took a pass in the slot and ripped it wide. Aurora back the other way. Cook around Scott. And then a back-checking Gray wins the puck back. Gustie's captain starts the rush the other way. Power comes down the wing. The toe drag to the net. And paddle down for Campbell, keeps it out as Cook retrieves the puck. To the line, not out. Second effort, hops out to the neutral zone in front of the Aurora bench. 3:30 left. And now back into the AU end. Moffitt off the boards. Held in by Hemmer, who skates in front. Her pass didn't get there. Bergeron stops the clearing attempt. Her shot turned away by Campbell. And then Moffitt took down Hemmer in front with a cross check and will sit for 2 minutes. A very important penalty kill coming up for Aurora. They only had to kill 1 penalty yesterday, but were able to do so successfully. We'll try to keep that going. Aurora had a really difficult start in the PK. Only killed 3 of 7 opening weekend against Bethel, and then allowed a couple more in the Adrian series. But since then, or rather in the Lake Forest series, I stand corrected, but since then, well, just the 3rd power play goal they've allowed, as that's tipped home, and Gustavus cashes in on the power play. It's Kylie Ligday with her first of the season. 2-0 Gusties with 3:06 remaining. Period number 1, so time for Aurora to come back, but not on the PK very long. One shot, 1 goal. Davis going for more. Here's Mortensen, backhand wide. Holland and Power with the assists at 16:54. Unfortunate, Aurora's done some good work here in this first period. Still time to get one or maybe two back. Have to get out of their own end first. Scriver along the wall. Post is going to follow it. It'll be held in by Scott. Berggren ties up Scriver, who frees and finds Visser at center ice. She'll dump and chase. Racing Grubner to the puck. Kicks free to Elliott. Johnson from the point shot. Caught a stick and ricocheted into the netting. A minute 53 remaining in the first. 2-0 Gusties. Aurora with the face-off win, but no one knows where it ended up at. Ends up in the Aurora end. Bazzelli. Now Johnson getting forward as Doctor goes down. There's too much Gustavus pressure on the puck. They win it back and get the center. Bettman throws it in on Campbell. We'll have to play it while Gustavus is changing. A minute 22 remaining. Doctor. Turnover at center ice. Gustavus nearly gave it right back. Power backhands it deep. And Gray going after it. Boarded Moffitt. I thought that should have been a call. And Aurora's had 3 power plays in the period. It's hard to get 4. Now it's tied up as we're into the final minute. Schmidt plays it along the wall. Billsborough will get a stick to it, which will be tied up by Nelson. Pulls it out of traffic. It's at the side of the goal, chipped behind the net by Aurora. 35 seconds remaining in the frame. Power wins the puck. Out to the point for Ligday, has one already to Power. Shot didn't make it through. 25 seconds. Gustavus trying to get a change here on the fly as Mortensen circles, gets it to the slot for Berggren on the backhand. She wheels, pass through the slot, no one home. Then Nelson the slap shot, it goes wide. 11 seconds, Mortensen to the puck. Still on it. Throws it right in front of the net. Hemmer was wide open, caught it, spun and shot. Campbell made a point-blank save. And disaster averted after everyone forgot about Hemmer. Very lucky. That didn't end up in the back of the net. We'll go to the intermission. 2-0 Gustavus Adolphus leading Aurora. And some exhausted AU skaters out there after a long shift spent chasing the puck. They'll take a moment and head off. We'll step away and bring you the first period totals. This is Aurora University women's hockey. 2-0 Gustavus Adolphus, 5th-ranked team in the USCHO poll, leading Aurora through 20 minutes. Second period about to begin. And for Bill Downing, I'm Sean Fry. Thanks for being here. Good first period for Aurora. I don't think the score reflects how well they played through much of that period. They were outshot, but only 16-12. Had 7 shots over 3 power plays, but weren't able to score on any of them. And allowed only 1 shot in a very brief power play against. And that was the second Gustavus goal. Hannah Thompson scored at 4:30. Her first career tally from Lindsey Berggren. Kicks free to Holland, and she'll look to play it out to center ice. A bouncing puck gets away from Power. Aurora looking to calmly advance the puck. Off the glass, that was Cook. And Visser is going to go after it. And it will end up as icing, as that was just a bit behind the red line. It's been a considerably shorter bench for Aurora in this one. It's been a heavy dose of the top 3 lines, and we haven't seen the 4th line get a ton of runs so far today. We'll see if that continues. Gustavus face-off win nearly out, but held in by Thompson, and it ends up along the far half wall. Aurora's unable to clear. Wyke finding Jansen's taken off of her stick by Visser, but kept in by Thompson. Finally out to center, it's a 2-on-1. Cook with Billsborough shoots off the blocker of Timmons, and a big rebound. Will allow Gustavus to go the other way, and it's Bettman. On the backhand, steers it in. And Aurora will regroup in their own end as Gustavus goes for a change. 2 minutes. The period number 2, and Aurora down by 2. And Mortensen tripped up after a turnover at the Gustavus line, and another power play coming up for Gustavus. It's Billsborough going off here for a trip. One shot. The previous Gustavus power play face-off was fumbled at the line by Nelson, and Gustavus has to retreat right back into the Aurora end. And they get set up. Power at the blue line to Holland. Back to Power. In the middle of the ice. She observes and goes to Ligday at the right point, who walks the line the other way. Holland on the half wall, back to Ligday. Her shot through traffic goes wide. Brownlee got a stick to it. Comes free to Power, and Gustavus will try again. Ligday again at the line. Winds, holds, then gives to Power, whose shot was deflected by Brownlee. Up the wall, to the line, and out. Will allow Aurora, after it bounces back in on a delayed offside, to ice the puck and get a fresh 4 on the ice. A minute remains on the woman advantage. As Berggren comes up ice down the right wing. Gets away from Scriver. Mortensen comes onto the puck and cycled it into space, or Scriver got there first. Good stick by Scott, keeps it from going the length. And now Scott will skate it through center ice with 32 seconds remaining on the power play. Scott walks up top to Mortensen in the circle. Backhands it to the net. It was off the side of the goal. Mortensen gets it back, throws a backhand off the toe of Campbell. Mortensen gets it one more time. 14 seconds left on the power play. Up top to Scott. Right to the back door. Berggren deflected it into the net. Berggren gets it back, goes up top to Scott with time running out. Mortensen's at the circle to the slot. It's healed wide, and Billsborough rejoins the play as the penalty expires. Scriver will come to the loose puck in the corner. Billsborough couldn't get it out. Comes back in on Campbell, once again to the line, not out. Ligday holds it there. Gustavus at the end of a shift, and as that one jumps Mortensen's stick, I'll go off and get a change, but Nelson holds the line. He's down on the half wall. Now Bettman going after it. It comes back to Scriver in the corner. A nice play by Cook to get it out to center ice. A lot of this period has been played in the Aurora end thanks to the power play. And now looking for more. A shot from Jansen kicked away by Campbell from the high slot. Aurora the other way. It's onside, but it kicks free to Jansen, who has to go off for a change. Bettman will chase it. Good reversal by Aurora, and Scriver didn't connect on the pass. It's picked off. That's Brownshausen. Goes to the corner. Brownshausen gets it back. Off the wall and out to the point for Grubner, who shoots. That hit Davies in front. Brownshausen on it in the circle. Shoots. Tipped. It's loose in front. Fanned on at point-blank range by Roberts, and Aurora's going to escape and clear the zone. Zoe Campbell scrambling. She and the Aurora defense keep the puck out. And then Gustavus ices it going back the other way as Aurora was changing. 2-0, 14:07 left in the second, and Aurora hanging on to a 2-goal deficit right now as Gustavus all over the blue paint. And a good team performance keeps the puck out. Campbell leaning back on the crossbar at the moment. Perhaps just trying to get a brief rest. A face-off win for Gustavus. Campbell will have to be ready again. Breakout pass didn't connect. Aurora holds the zone. Penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to be on the Gusties. And it's touched up. Aurora will go back to the power play. Tripping again. And it's going to be Caitlin Roberts heading off. And Roberts very close to her first career goal. It did not work out. And now she'll sit for a couple minutes as AU gets the power play unit back on. Aurora with 7 shots on 3 power plays have yet to score. He'll try again. Elliott at the point into the slot for post, didn't connect, and then out and onto the stick of power one-on-one. Tried to toe drag around Elliott, couldn't do it. After the steal, Elliott comes up, lost it, trying to get into the neutral zone. Brownlee will regroup. The penalty killers will change for Gustavus. And Doctor circles the net, had her stick lifted by Mortensen. Rather, that was Post. Aurora will finally get possession at center ice as Post on the backhand plays it in. Comes to Nelson, clearing attempt knocked down by Visser. It kicks free to Gray in the Gustavus zone. Doctor pins her to the glass, and Scriver will have it at the point. Up top to Moffitt, and now Scriver again as traffic assembles in front. Schmidt turned and couldn't get a shot to the net. It kicks free up top for Moffitt, who shoots. It's blocked by Gray, and now it's a race. Gray will get there, but she's done with her shift and puts it directly on Campbell. Right back up ice. Schmidt gets to it and steered it in on net. That'll be covered up. 37 seconds left on the power play. Still time here for Aurora to cash in and have the deficit. Face-off win for the Gusties, and along the boards and out as Holland chases after it. Trying to put some pressure on Aurora here. There's 24 seconds and counting remaining. And Aurora trying to get it out their own end. They do, but not with possession as Power picks it up. Her dump in hit a skate, Gustavus will change again. That's more or less going to be it here for the penalty. 4 seconds left. Visser through traffic to Billsboro. Drops it to Cook, who shoots right into the glove of Timmins as the penalty expires. Face off to the right of Timmins. Gusties looking to exit their zone, and they do, but not cleanly. They retrieve possession at the red line, and Rook picks up the puck. Right back in on Timmins again, who this time will play it. Grubner comes back to get it. 11:20 left. The second period, 2-0 Gustavus. Aurora has battled. Been outshot 5-2 for the period. A scramble for the puck in the Aurora end. AU will not clear their own zone. There's Hemmer with it. Johnson takes it away from her and spins it deep. Rook on the puck. Turned it over. Bettman with the steal, walks to the slot, shoots, and Campbell flashes the glove. That'll stop play. Certainly been improvement for Aurora today. But they were really able to build off the successes of the third period yesterday, but I'm still looking for that first one. So far have not been able to solve Lily Timmins. Aurora trying to get out of their own end. Scriver behind the net, taking a look. Right back into the AU zone. Keelana Schmidt after it. Battles with Power. Power wins the puck. Lost it. Rolled right to Holland, who shoveled a backhand wide. Skated onto by Merdinian. Aurora takes it back in the corner. Merdinian on the wall. Holds the zone for Gustavus. Second effort for Aurora, and they're out. And that's Davies. He's cut off. Casillo goes after it. Scott gets the puck. Aurora changing, and that's going to set up a 2-on-2 situation as Gray comes in, looks for help, throws it to the slot, hit a skate, sat there for Kara Cook, and then Zara Post calmly plays it out to center. Aurora with numbers. Visser into the slot, a shot from Moffitt, and Timmins challenges the shot and keeps it a 2-0 game. A golden opportunity for Aurora. Finally had an opportunity to get an odd man rush against the Golden Gusties. Could not cash in. We're past the midway point of the game. Still 2-0 Gusties. Post with a steal. Throws it in front. No one's home, and it's deflected out to center where Hemmer will chase it. Johnson gets to it. And Berggren stumbling, had to simply get rid of it or turn it over at center ice. And Rook taken down. Mortensen and Berggren press ahead down the near wall. Berggren again, trying to get it behind the net, not able to do so. And Post trying to clear, also not able to do so. Post and Hemmer crash into each other. Post is slow to get up. And now we'll try to get to the bench as it's essentially a power play right now for Gustavus, and Campbell had to make a stop from in tight, I believe on Hemmer, to keep it 2-0. Hopefully Zara Post is okay. She was in some distress after that collision with Hemmer. Aurora will take possession off the draw, and Elliott gets after it. Trying to drive to the net on the backhand, steered it to the net, sticked away by Timmins. He held in at the line by Schmidt. Could not play it deep along the wall. won the puck back briefly, and Bazzelli with the steal. She's behind the net looking for help. To Scriver at the point. Back down low for Bazzelli, who just threw it toward the net, came right out in front. Aurora didn't have anyone there. Out to center. Elliott will give it up for Scriver, who steers it along the wall, and Casillo will get enough of that to get it to center. Coming on the attack is Roberts, 2-on-2. Skates it behind the net, looks for help. Throws it in front. Casillo knocked it down. Loose puck was followed by Roberts. She couldn't get it to the net, and Billsboro's on it. 7:43 left. Aurora with numbers, 4-on-3. Drop at the line for Casillo, and a good stick by Scott. Starts the rush the other way. Here's Holland on the wing. Banks it off the back wall. Schmidt had the angle right. Power won the puck. Held in at the line by Grubner at the end of his shift. Plays it into the near corner. And that'll allow Aurora an opportunity to skate out. Billsboro missed Casillo cutting through. Now AU will change. 2-0 Gusties, and a stick ended up giving Aurora the puck, and then they couldn't do anything with it. Visser gets to it, finds Cook, who threw a backhand right on Timmons. She fumbled it, and Visser sent it wide. A pass to the slot, never connected. Visser gets it back on the half wall. It's Aurora with some pressure. Oh, wide open net, and Aurora not able to put it home. Ellie Visser almost had a fourth goal in as many games. 4 in a row for that matter. No multi-goal games. The puck following Ellie Visser around. It didn't work out this time. Now in the Aurora end, Berggren behind the net. Goes to the circle for Nelson, who shoots. Rebound, swatted out to the line, not out. Back in on goal at Karams to the side of the net, where Campbell will smother it. 6:22 left in the second. 2-0. Aurora with some chances. And now Peyton Elliott, that evidently was her stick. She gets it back and heads up ice. In the Aurora offensive zone, Wyke in with Doctor, and Wyke wins the draw clean. Drifts in front, and that is shoveled out by Scriver, and Bazzelli will follow. Wyke at the Aurora line, plays it in on the backhand. Scriver off the wall for Elliott. Held in. Wyke throws it toward the net. Was gloved down by Bettman, got right to the side of the net on a good feed for Jansen, who jammed at it, and Campbell wouldn't allow it. That was very close, I thought, on Bettman to closing her hand on the puck. And got rid of it just in time to not get that call. Another face-off win, and a good look. Backhand feed from Brownshausen to Schuck in front. Campbell once again comes to the rescue. 25 stops for the freshman. And in a battle of freshman netminders so far, Lily Timmons has not allowed a goal, but both have been very sharp in this series. Behind the net. It's Schuck with it. Threw it in front, deflected, and then followed up, I believe, by Roberts. And Campbell once again with the stop. Tough angle, really in tight, and both teams will change. Face-off tied up. And Moffitt will clear at the center ice. Power right back in. Is that corrected? Elliott right back in as Brownlee retrieves for Aurora. Up the wall for Visser. She finds Cook on the breakout, and now Post. Down the left wall, looking for Cook going to the net. Missed her. The sophomore picks up the puck, drops it off to Visser, who shoots. And Timmons, a tough angle, makes the stop. See the AU men's hockey team warming up. behind the Gustavus end right now with a soccer ball. They'll be playing Hamline University from St. Paul, Minnesota today at 3 o'clock. And once again, then the Chicago Steel have the final game of the evening here on this sheet. Loose in front. Ellie Visser again. Could not get it home. The bouncing puck in the blue paint as Aurora put it right to the net. Nelson goes the other way. Hopping around right to the blue paint in the Aurora end. Doesn't make it on goal. Mortensen threw a backhand to the net. No one able to connect on it. And then Berggren, a shot wide. Mortensen fanned on the rebound, threw it back in front again. Visser disrupts the pass. Berggren goes down awkwardly. No call on that. And Johnson, let her pass get away from Rook as it trickles up the wall. Elliott finds the loose puck, and Aurora will clear. They missed the breakout pass, but will go for a change. Sent deep by Gustavus. 4:15 left in the second. 2-0. Still anyone's game. No scoring yet here in the period either direction. Shots are 12-7 for the Gusties for the period. Elliott still trying to get off. Is stuck out there in this defensive zone shift. That's Gustavus maintaining possession in the Aurora end. Wyke pressed to the wall by Doctor. Loose puck is gathered by Jansen, who comes out to the near side. In front off the skate of Bettman, who got a backhand off. But Campbell made the stop. And now Elliott will get a chance to head to the bench as both teams change. And once again, Gustavus has been inches from having really good scoring chances. They've had a few passes that have been more into the skates than onto the tape. And Zoe Campbell can make a lot of the stops that are on the money, but if you give her that extra time, she's going to stop just about everything. She's having a very good freshman year. Sharp angle is tipped wide. Out to the point, Elliott fans, and here comes Billsboro on the breakaway, and on Timmons scores! Jillian Billsboro has her second of the weekend, and AU has halved the deficit. Went upstairs blocker side to make it a 2-1 game. Billsboro did a great job pouncing on the bobbled pass at the blue line, and that was all the time she needed. A confident finish from the freshman from Cedarburg, Wisconsin. And Aurora is right there at the doorstep. Billsboro's third of the season. Here go the Spartans for more. Visser pulls it into the slot. It's poke checked away by Timmons. But Gray picks up the puck, and it's 2-on-1 the other way. Gray, backhand feed in front, and she missed. Macy Jansen coming to the net. Aurora's clearing attempt ends up in the bleachers. And a whistle with 2:48 remaining in the period. Billsboro at 16:46 unassisted has made it a one-goal game. And I said bobbled pass. It was just a fan shot by Elliott, and Billsboro stuffed it in on the near side. Now Elliott looking for her first of the year on the backhand, throws it to the net. Bazzelli follows it into the corner, and the goal seems to have gone to Aurora's legs. But trying to get forward, Gustavus Adolphus now with some chances. Mortensen shot through legs, went well wide. Can Aurora be aggressive but not give up odd man rushes? Like the one moments ago that led to a Gustavus rush. It's chipped out to the line. Aurora should have a free out here as Gustavus has to tag up. Rook up the wall in front of the Aurora bench. Kicks free to Elliott in the neutral zone. She'll sweep it towards our own net for Johnson. Going to come up the wall. Minute 48 left. Second period, 2-1. Free to Casillo. Unable to clear. Aurora will try again on the near side. Rook comes at the length, but it's going to go down in on Timmons. She'll have to cover up as Casillo was racing down ice. Minute 23, that'll get an offensive zone draw for Aurora, who is just down 1 goal to the number 5 team in the nation. And a team that absolutely hammered the number 2 team in River Falls earlier this week. Billsboro, the goal scorer for Aurora. A clean face-off win to Scriver. Aurora tries to get traffic in front. Cook sends it deep for Schmidt. A puck battle there as we near the final minute. And kicked out to the net for Nelson. Plays it along the wall, but a good pinch by Aurora. Gets it deeper. And then a shot from Billsboro. Karam ended up the side of the net. Casillo gets to it, tried to throw it back in front again. No one home. To the point for Scriver through traffic, hit a glove and went wide. In the final minute, 45 seconds remaining in the period, and it's Gustavus now that looks to be scrambling to get to the intermission. They'll send it the length here. Will it have enough for icing? It sure does. Aurora will have the offensive zone face-off with 33.7 seconds to play before intermission. And Cook will draw in. Aurora's really struggled on face-offs today. Had a clean win on the last offensive zone draw. It's more of a 50-50 situation here. Visser wins the puck. Brownlee at the point. Into the slot for Visser, who caught an edge as she teed up a shot. And it's out to center ice and now in to the Aurora bench. 16 seconds left. Sometimes it's a matter of fractions. In this case, maybe in the first period, the edges are sharp enough that Visser stays up, but here they gave out. Face off at the center dot, won by Gustavus. They'll get one last rush. Here's Scott. Will simply play it deep. Aurora, I think, will just try to run out the clock here and get to the locker room, which they will be able to do. 2-1 through 40 minutes. Jillian Billsboro has gotten Aurora within 1 on the breakaway goal in the waning minutes of the period. We'll bring you the third period here from Fox Valley Ice Arena coming up. This is Aurora University women's hockey. It's 2-1 as we head to the third period. Fifth-ranked Gustavus Adolphus leads Aurora as we are underway here in the third at Fox Valley Ice Arena. Aurora wearing cream and blue, going left to right. Quick shot right off a one draw by Lily Mortensen. Aurora to the line and not out. Gustavus wearing black and gold, moving right to left here as we begin period number 3. A couple of shot attempts are blocked down. It's in the circle. Good move. Berggren gets to the net. It's loose. Kicked out in front. Hemmer denied by Campbell. And Keelana Schmidt will calmly skate it to center ice, and then missed Bazzelli on the pass along the wall that ends up going for icing. Shots were 13-9 in the second period for the Gusties, 29-21 for the game for the visitors. The only scoring in that second period was at 16:46. Abby Elliott fanned on a shot. Jillian Billsborough pounced on it and took it the remaining 120 feet and beat Lily Timmons over the blocker side for the Aurora goal. And that is how AU is right on the cusp of making this a brand new hockey game if they can find a way to get one more past Timmons. A battle of freshman netminders. They've both been very good. Timmons has made 20 stops. Zoe Campbell has made 27. There's another icing off the wall this time in the opening 60 seconds. It's been spent mostly in the Aurora end and has been iced by the Spartans on 2 occasions. If you're Aurora, you're right there. Gustavus 5-1 after leading through 40 minutes. Aurora's lost all 5 at this point when trailing, but got a chance. Have to continue to play solid defense and take advantage of opportunities. It's pinned up on the back wall behind the Aurora net. Jamming at it, and finally kicking it free was Wyke. Out to the point, shot with no traffic from Thompson turned away. Wyke gets it back, turns it, just glided right on through the top of the crease. No one was there. Now Bettman on it, as it taken away. And as it's touched up by Tegan Moffitt, roughing is called on Aurora. The Gusties will go to the power play. It's McKenna Brownlee going off for the rough. And a critical penalty kill on the way for the Spartans. Gustavus scored very quickly on their first. And Aurora successfully killed the second one. So here is number 3 today for the Gusties. As Mortensen wins the draw cleanly and the Gusties go to work. Ligday down the wall and out of the reach of Hemmer. Comes back up the same way it came to Ligday. And then turned it over in the corner. A clearing attempt is held in by Ligday. To Mortensen now, who walks up top. And observes as she comes down the right side. It's the breaks at the hashes. Trying to get free from Alex Johnson, who was strong on the puck and forces the clear. Now Billsborough after. It's already created some problems for Gustavus today. Gusties re-enter the zone, and Hemmer comes down the left wing looking for assist and shot it instead. A blocker stop by Campbell. Gustavus getting a change. Here's Scott, holds the line and feeds Gray on the far side. A minute gone in the penalty to Brownlee, who watches on. One of Aurora's top penalty killers having to watch here as they try to get it done without her. Bank pass behind for Power, who caught an edge, and Scriver now pins it up. 45 seconds remaining on the penalty. 3 minutes in to the third period of a 2-1 game. Scott patrolling the line. Comes down the left side on the forehand. Up top to Holland. A give and go with Power. Holland fanned on the shot. Aurora not able to clear. 26 seconds left. Here's Scott. She wheeled to her right and had a shot blocked. As it caroms to the corner. Pulled out by Gray, who skates up top. To Power on the left wing with 12 remaining on the power play. And a snapshot from Ligday is into the glove of Campbell with 7 seconds remaining on the woman advantage. 3.5 minutes into the third period. Aurora trying to come up with a critical kill. Keep this a one-goal game. Another face-off win for the Gusties. It's out to Ligday. Leaves it to Nelson as Brownlee rejoins the play and heads to the bench. We're at even strength for the successful penalty kill for Aurora, but it's still in the Aurora end. Shot from Jansen whistled wide. Nelson gets to it. Moffitt takes it away in the corner. Aurora still can't clear. Nearly turned over to Bettman, who swept a shot wide after he completed the turnover. To the line, not out. It's Ligday again. Pulls it out of her skates. To Nelson for the one-timer. That's off a skate and wide. Wyke sends it off the wall the other way as Gustavus is changing. And finally, Aurora will clear their zone, but it's turned over at the red line to Nelson. Gustavus finishing a change. Nelson shoots off the blocker of Campbell and a big rebound, but it ends up going wide. Out in front to Johnson. Swarmed by Berggren. Aurora has played the entire period here in their zone. Held in by Grubner. Her shot turned away by Campbell. It's a tired unit on the ice for Aurora right now as Grubner picks it back up at the point again. Here's Hemmer, the shot. Off a leg and wide. Up the wall it goes to Mortensen. Finds Hemmer. Good look to Mortensen, who shoots, and Campbell makes the shoulder stop to keep it 2-1. And finally, Aurora can get a change. 5 minutes in, and shots are 7-0 for the period so far. Ice has been heavily tilted as the Gusties look to extend their lead and add an insurance marker. Aurora hasn't had it so far. It's been all Gustavus here in the third. Here's Gray. Out to the point, and the shot deflected wide. Sits behind the Aurora net as Scriver picks it up. Schmidt fumbled it going through center ice, and it's turned over at the red line. Gustavus will play it deep. Defensive pairing will finish a change. Aurora gets it out to center, and Gustavus reloads. Ligday sends it in. Now the forward lines for the Gusties will change. Scriver ahead for Billsboro. Pass got off her stick. And Schmidt will pick up a bouncing puck at center ice, but it's the end of another defensive zone shift for Aurora. It's played in and they'll change. And the change of possession allows Gustavus to come out through center ice. Here's Bettman. Fumbled the puck at the blue line. Will rim it in. Up the wall to Ligday, whose shot is blocked by Elliott. It will go the full length of the ice, facing or forcing Timmons to play it. She'll calmly steer it behind the net. Bazzelli tried to send it back towards Elliott. It got away from her, and it comes up the wall on the Gustavus side and allows Jansen to skate it out. The blue line. Into the back corner as Gustavus finishes a change. Aurora looks to regroup. Out to center for Doctor. On the backhand on the wing, tries to sweep it in. Good stick by Mortensen and then a steal by Bazzelli, but it's 1-on-3. So the senior takes it behind the goal. Out to the point now for Cook, who shoots off a stick and wide. Good opportunity for Aurora. They'll hold the line. It's Visser to Cook now, who walks into the circle looking for space. Her shot went wide. Rook will pinch. It's free to Davies, loose in the slot. Visser skates to it, shoots, and just missed the back post. To the half wall it goes with 12:44 left. And it got past Rook on a clearing attempt, and it will roll end over end, but no icing. 2-1 Gustavus at the line. Thompson shot, bounced wide, then Hemmer, sharp angle, no. Rebound gathered by Cook, and Visser comes the other way. No one's there. They were getting a change as she tried to start the rush, but Cook follows and sends it on the backhand deep. Now Visser and Cook will go for a change, as Billsboro was out there all by herself with fresh legs, but she loses a glove and has to skate off. So Aurora sends Bazzelli right back out. As Schmidt picks up the puck in front of the Gustavus line, and a toe pick, and ends up on the ground. Aurora has to retreat into their own end. A pass was tipped by Power, who tried to get to the net. Scriver took it away. We're nearing the midway point of the third. 2-1 Gustavus. Aurora trying to get level here. Bazzelli plays after it. It's going to go for icing, and now Billsboro will at least be able to get her glove back down on the near side. If anyone wants to go get it, it's still sitting down there. Is anyone going to go get Jillian Billsboro's glove? Now Lily Timmons is going to help. And just gives that a little assistance over to the referee. You might think if you're Gustavus, well, you keep Billsboro on the bench if she doesn't have her glove, but it's not really good for anyone down there. Certainly don't want it to prevent a potential clearing opportunity. Face-off win, Merdinian fires it. It goes wide. Bazzelli along the wall. Kicks free to Schmidt. To the line. Gustavus holds it in as Bazzelli came over, and it's soared high into the air down behind the Aurora net. Mortensen ties up Scriver. Comes free. Brownshausen had a look in front. Hemmer then got a shot from a tough angle. That didn't go in either. Campbell had the stop, and it's out to center ice. Spun back in toward the changing Spartans. Once again, they did well not to take a too many men call. Mortensen trying to weave her way through traffic, finds Berggren on the left wing. Berggren turns towards the slot, and a shot through traffic from Scott was tipped wide. To the stick of Doctor. She'll skate it to center ice, and is cut off there by Mortensen. On the stick of Thompson, trying to start it forward as Gustavus changes, and just out of the zone, Mortensen's offside. 18 seconds from midway through the third in the final stretch of the weekend women's hockey doubleheader between Aurora and Gustavus Adolphus. And of course, we have the men's game coming up. 3 o'clock. Brendan King will be on the call for that one. Well, if you're looking to watch a little more hockey, here's your chance. Can Aurora get level with the Gusties? Shot off a stick trickles in harmlessly on Zoe Campbell. She's made 37 stops tonight and has kept Aurora in this. Lily Timmons with 20 at the other end for the Gusties. Cook in for the draw with Power. The latter wins it. It's to the point for Nelson and deep. Side of the goal. Never made it in on Campbell. There's Gray with it. Top of the circle. Feeds Nelson, who shoots. That's sticked wide by Campbell. Power gets to it. It's back to Nelson again, who reloads. That's off the pads of Campbell this time. Another rebound in Gustavus's direction. This time Gray just walks into the slot, and her shot caught a stick. Goes out of play. Nine and a half minutes remaining here in Geneva in women's hockey. Doctor will try her hand at the draw and loses to Wyke. Point shot loaded again from Merdinian. And a glove saved by Campbell. It's now up over 40 on the day. "41 stops yesterday, and now close to that again today. The 6th time this season she's turned away 40. She makes another stop here from Scott's point shot. It's pinned up on the half wall. Shot from Merdinian off a stick and wide. Elliott trying to clear it on the half wall. It hops free to Doctor and not out. Merdinian Able to stick that away from Bazzelli, but Gustavus will change and Aurora will try it. Johnson on the right wing in her own end. It's to retreat behind her net. Goes up the wall to Elliott. Breakout pass was swatted back to her. She'll chip it off the wall on the second effort. She'll go for a change. Spun in by Gustavus. Johnson behind the net. Billsboro leaves it for Rook. She tried a stretch pass that was knocked down by Gustavus. To the near side for Hemmer. Looking for Thompson. Hemmer spins her way into the slot, and a backhand shot right in front of the net for Mortensen, who didn't get a good stick on it. And a centering pass off a stick and out to center. Gustavus tries again. They'll fire it in. It's right on Campbell, who will play it. Off the glass. Schmidt was upended. Billsboro skates onto it and is pressed into the wall. Johnson finds it. Here's Scriver. Didn't get a lot on that pass. It was batted back to her. Now she has a little room to work with. Lost it again. Casilla was run over, and it's a 3-on-1. Here's Power looking, scoring. Went right over the glove of Campbell and has made it 3-1. After the turnover just outside of the Aurora line, Power had options and took it herself for her 6th of the season and second in as many games. In fact, it's her 3rd straight game with a goal. And with 7:39 left, the unassisted goal from Power that make it very difficult for Aurora the rest of the way. They've been outshot 17-0 for the period. The entire period has been spent in the Aurora end, and it continues. Wyke behind the Aurora goal. To the point, Merdinian through traffic, it's wide. The Gusties have just been absolutely all over Aurora here in the 3rd period. And the Spartans, I thought had played a very good first 2 periods, and they were right there. And it has been tough sledding here in this 3rd period. It's the Gusties team determined not to let this one get away. They have given up a few leads this season, and I have to think that was likely on the minds of the coaching staff and several players as well, not to let another one get away. Behind the goal for Brownlee. And here comes Doctor with a little assistance. It's a 3-on-2 for Aurora. Visser comes down the right wing. Throws it behind the net. Doctor will get to it, and it's out to the point. Rook tees up a shot, was blocked down, and here go the Gusties the other way. Berggren gains the line, drops it off. That's Hemmer who shoots, and a glove save by Campbell with 6:09 left. Well, I thought it was going to be unassisted. It's Power from Holland and Gray. There was never really a change of possession. That is the 3rd goal of the game. Once again, Aurora struggling to exit their own end. It's tied up in the corner. And Billsboro will simply sweep it out to center ice. Down into the Gustavus end with 5.5 left. The line not out. Scriver back in deep. On a short-lived possession. And Gray send it deep. Icing called here. Just a few minutes remaining. Aurora running out of time on this Saturday afternoon. Cook in for the draw. Like he's going to win it. And sent deep. Pinned up in the corner. Scriver comes away with it. And will successfully steer it out to center ice, but Aurora's going to need to do more than that. Again, no shots for the period so far, 15 minutes in. The Aurora end again. And Schmidt behind the goal, hits the brakes. And Cook lost the puck trying to skate over her own blue line. Mortensen retrieving. Up ice it goes. Here's Berggren down the right wing. Drops it off to Mortensen, who looks behind the net. Threw it in front. No one home. Aurora unable to clear. Berggren picks up the loose puck to the net. Through the slot. No one home. Now Hemmer on the half wall is pinned up at the hash marks. Hemmer continuing to go to work down there. This is fine for the Gusties with 4 minutes left. Up by 2. They'll take those puck battles. Aurora's advance repelled at their own blue line. It's pinned up again next to the Aurora benches. Visser took down Mortensen, who is slow to get up. Out to center ice again. Ligday tried to send it deep. It was cut off by Moffitt. A loose puck rolls over the Gustavus line as Doctor goes down. Elliott following, and Berggren will send it diagonally through the neutral zone where Moffitt will get to it and steer it behind her own net to the far side. Gray with the interception to the point for Nelson, who looks. She shoots, and it's wide. Elliott chopped at it. A loose puck down in the corner in the Aurora end. Moffitt will look for Elliott. And out of the zone it goes. Billsboro now for Doctor. Pass was up the stick a bit. And it ends up in the Gustavus bench, or rather in the Aurora bench, I think, actually, with 2:54 left. Aurora looking for a late flurry. Front of the penalty boxes. Jammed at, and on the ice it goes into the Aurora end. Rook is overrun by Brownshausen, who leaves it to Merdinian at the point. Her shot kicked away by Campbell through traffic. To the wall again. And Rook comes away with it. She is taken down, crossing her own blue line. And Aurora will go to the power play with 2:21 left, down by a couple. Jansen will go off. And it's now or never for Aurora. On a timeout first. And Aurora will discuss it. And again, Aurora does not have any shots on goal. They've been outshot 21-0 here in the third period. So it's now 40, make that 50 now to 21. Zoe Campbell's made 47 stops to give Aurora a chance. Now with the power play, suspect that Aurora will not pull the goalie and try to net a power play goal. And then pull the goalie if they can draw within one. They are 0 for 4 on the power play today. Two for 3 yesterday, scoring on their only 2 shots. Does Aurora have a comeback in those sticks in the final 2:21? Face off to the left of Timmins. It's a win for Gustavus Adolphus. They're able to ring that up the wall and out. Visser through center ice is tripped going over the blue line, and Aurora is going to have a 5-on-3 with 2 minutes left. And suddenly it is very interesting here as I believe Caitlin Holland is going off. And again, Campbell will stay in the net. Once again, another face-off win, now 41-15, but it's not out. Lots of ice to work with. Here's Brownlee, shoots off the skate of post and wide. Up to Elliott at the point. Now Cook shoots. That's off a stick and wide, but Visser will pick up the puck. And it's around the perimeter to Elliott, who goes to the slap pass to Visser, whose shot is blocked by Ligday. Still in the Gustavus end. Here's Elliott to Brownlee, who shoots. That was sticked down. Brownlee laying down was able to hold the line. And it's Elliott up top now to Cook on the wing. Shoots, kick save by Timmins and cleared to the wall where Brownlee will send it in. 50 seconds left to 5-on-3. Elliott up top, winds, it's blocked by Nelson, and she'll fire it down. Gustavus will change. Final minute of play, 3-1 Gustavus. 35 seconds left on the 5-on-3. And Aurora will have the rest of the game on the power play at minimum, unless they score twice. Billsboro in front, it's loose. No one got a stick to it. The Gusties clear. 36 seconds left. Now does Campbell come to the bench? Oh, 30 seconds. Two-man advantage. Moffitt will bring it down. Centering pass, caught a stick. Scott clears it one more time, and Aurora is not going to have enough time to score twice. A great effort by Aurora. As Elliott comes in, one more shot was blocked, but just one shot in the third period. And Gustavus Adolphus will escape on this Saturday with a 3-1 win over an Aurora team that played considerably tougher. Showed a lot of fight in the third period yesterday, and they were able to carry that over. Did not have enough left in the third period. And so Jillian Billsboro with the only Aurora goal. Brooke Power, Kylie Ligday, and Hannah Thompson, the latter of whom scored her first career goal. The scorers for Gustavus, Lily Timmins makes 21 stops in the win. Zoe Campbell, 47 saves. A terrific performance by her and by the AU team, but they fall today to fifth-ranked Gustavus Adolphus, 3-1. They fall to 2-8-2 on the season, 8-3-0 for the Gusties. As both teams conclude their 2024 slates today, Aurora returns to action in the Twin Cities on Friday, January 10th at Augsburg, and then at Hamlin the following day. Gusties will host UW Eau Claire on January 14th. And so that will do it for us. Aurora's next home action, Friday, January 17th, a 3 o'clock start against Marion. We hope you will join us for that. In for Bill Downing, my name is Sean Fry. Hope you stick around for AU men's hockey. That's coming up against Hamlin at 3 o'clock here from Fox Valley Ice Arena. Otherwise, to all of you, I hope you have a great holiday season and a happy new year. And we will see you in 2025 for more Aurora University women's hockey. Have a great weekend.